They say a giant dies in two ways.
Luis Diaz! Brilliant! What a goal that is!
First, the fans stop believing, and then the results stop coming. For years, Liverpool was the most feared team in Europe. It was heavy metal football, non-stop running, total chaos, and an Anfield crowd that practically dragged the ball into the net.
And Nunez!
Under Jurgen Klopp, the Reds played with a fire that left the rest of the league chasing shadows. Liverpool. It is quiet. It is sensible. It is a slow, methodical erasure of identity until you look at the pitch and realise you don't recognise the team wearing the red shirt anymore. In January 2026, the real tragedy, the truly satisfying downfall, is happening at Anfield. Last season in May 2025, Arne Slot was the man with the plan. He did what everyone said was impossible. He replaced Jurgen Klopp and won the Premier League title in his debut season with 4 games to spare. Liverpool was efficient. He took that emotional squad and turned them into an efficient machine. They were clinical. They were the champions of England for the 20th time. But today, Liverpool is suffering a much quieter, more painful collapse in the Merseyside rain. This isn't about injuries or a dressing room fight, it's a total tactical failure. Liverpool is stuck in 6th place, playing safety-first football that's too good for a relegation scrap, but too boring to win a title. And the most satisfying part, they spent £417 million in the summer to upgrade the squad, but they've accidentally deleted their winning DNA. This isn't a crisis of talent, it is a crisis of arrogance. Today we go beyond the results. We perform a tactical autopsy on the defending champions to see how the slot machine jammed, why the British record signing is a ghost, and why the 1-0 win over Real Madrid was the ultimate lie. Welcome to the satisfying downfall of Liverpool. The downfall didn't start with a loss on the pitch. It started in the boardroom during the summer of 2025. To understand why Liverpool is currently sitting 6th in the Premier League, 9 points off the lead, you have to look at the Great Reset. After winning the league, the Liverpool hierarchy, led by Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards, made a gamble that defied footballing logic. They decided that the era of icons was over and the era of the system had begun. They let Trent Alexander-Arnold walk to Real Madrid for free. They sold Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich for a profit. They shipped Darwin Nunez to Al Hilal because his expected goals didn't fit the clinical profile Arne Slot demanded. But then tragedy struck. On July 3rd, 2025, the heart of the dressing room was ripped out. Diogo Jota, the team's most clinical finisher and most beloved character, died in a car accident. The club retired the number 20 shirt, and a shadow fell over that has never truly lifted. In a state of panic masked as ambition, Liverpool decided to spend their way out of the grief. They went on a £417 million spree that broke the British transfer record twice. Florian Wirtz for £116 million, Alexander Isak for £125 million, Hugo Ekitike for £79 million, Milos Kerkez and Jeremy Frimpong to fix the flanks. On paper, it looked like a FIFA Ultimate Team. In reality, they were replacing players who bled for the badge with players who were recruited via a spreadsheet. The Alexander Isak problem, the most damning failure of this window, is the Alexander Isak experiment. In the 2024-25 title season, Darwin Nunez provided chaos. He missed chances, yes, but he occupied 2 centre-backs and created space for Salah. Alexander Isak is different. He is technical. He is proper. But in Slot's 2026 system, he is a ghost. Because Liverpool now plays with such a slow, agonisingly patient tempo, Isak is often stranded. He is a transition predator trapped in a team that has forgotten how to transition. In the last 10 Premier League games, Isak is averaging just 1.85 touches in the box per 90. He is dropping 40 yards deep just to touch the ball, leaving the penalty area empty when the cross finally comes. They bought a scalpel to do a sledgehammer's job, and when Isak doesn't work, they bring on Hugo Ekitike. Ekitike has 12 goals this season, but look at the data. 8 of those goals came against bottom-half teams or in the cup. When the lights are bright, like the 3-0 humiliation against Man City or the 2-1 loss to Man United, Ekitike vanishes. Liverpool's attack is no longer a trident. It's a collection of expensive individuals waiting for a system that has stalled. The stats tell the story of the Grey Death. Under Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool was vertical. Under Arne Slot last season, they were measured. But in the 2025-26 campaign, they have become possession zombies. Slot's philosophy has reached its logical, boring conclusion. If the opponent doesn't have the ball, they can't score. Liverpool currently leads the league in possession, 68%, and pass accuracy, 91%. But there is a darker stat buried underneath. They rank 15th in big chances created. This is what analysts call the donut of sadness. Watch a typical Liverpool build-up in 2026. The ball goes from Milos Kerkez to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk passes to Ibrahima Konate. Konate passes to Conor Bradley. Bradley passes back to Konate. Centre-back to full-back. Back to centre-back. They are terrified of losing the ball. They are terrified of the counter-attack. So they pass until the game dies. The missing piece. The Trent void. The satisfies nature of this downfall is that Liverpool chose to lose their magic button. Trent Alexander-Arnold's diagonals were the in case of emergency exit. When a team sat in a low block, Trent played a 60-yard ball that broke the world. Now, they have Conor Bradley. Bradley is a fantastic system player. He is statistically safe, but he is creatively bankrupt compared to the man he replaced. He doesn't take the risk, he doesn't see the line-breaking pass. Opponents like Burnley, Leeds and Nottingham Forest have figured this out. In the 0-3 home shocker against Nottingham Forest in November, Forest didn't even try to press. They sat in a 5-4-1, watched Liverpool pass 800 times, and then hit them on the break once. Even Florian Wirtz, the crown jewel of the summer, is struggling. In Leverkusen, he was a transition king. At Liverpool, he is asked to play as a controller in the number 10 role. He is being smothered by his own teammates' slow positioning. When Wirtz gets the ball, there are no runners. There is no chaos. There is just a wall of defenders and 10 teammates standing still, waiting for the safe pass. Liverpool has lowered the ceiling of their potential to raise the floor of their stability. And now, they are trapped in the basement. In the middle of this £400 million collection of expensive statues, one man is still playing like his life depends on it. Dominik Szoboszlai. While the new signings like Alexander Isak and Florian Wirtz wait for the system to create a chance for them, Szoboszlai is the system. In a season defined by apathy and control, the Hungarian captain has become the only reason Liverpool fans still have something to shout about. He isn't just playing for the Reds, he is carrying the entire weight of the club on his back. If Arne Slot is the cold, calculated architect of this new Liverpool, Szoboszlai is the last soldier of the Klopp era. He is the only player who still plays with that roar. In last week's 3-2 disaster at Bournemouth, while the defence was crumbling and the strikers were anonymous, Szoboszlai was a force of nature. He scored a thunderous 30-yard free kick to give Liverpool hope. He was the only player demanding the ball, the only one driving forward through the central channels, and the only one who looked genuinely disgusted by the final whistle. The numbers for the 2025-26 season are staggering, and they prove he is being overworked. In a team that Slot has designed to be measured and calm, Szoboszlai is the only one allowed to be human. Distance covered. He leads the Premier League, averaging an incredible 12.8 kilometres per match. The engine room. While McAllister and Gravenberch are instructed to hold their positions and rest in possession, Szoboszlai is everywhere. He is currently first in the squad for tackles 1, 35, interceptions 22, and key passes 28. Think about that. Your primary attacking creator is also your hardest working defender. It is a tactical paradox. Szoboszlai is essentially playing 3 positions at once. He is the creative number 10, the box-to-box number 8, and frequently the emergency number 6 when the high line gets exposed. But it's his dedication that truly sets him apart in this downfall. In a dressing room that has lost its traditional leaders like Salah and Trent, Szoboszlai has become the standard bearer. After the 1-1 draw against Burnley, he was the only player who didn't head straight for the tunnel. He stayed on the pitch, hands on his knees, staring at the Kop in silence. In his post-match interview, he didn't give the corporate Slot-approved answer. He has 7 goals and 5 assists this season, but you can see the toll it's taking. He is sprinting 60 yards to win a ball, looking up and seeing a £125 million Alexander Isak standing still, waiting for a safe pass. Szoboszlai is fighting against the grey death with everything he has. But one man cannot fight a system. Without Dominik Szoboszlai, this Liverpool team wouldn't be in 6th place. They would be in the bottom half. He is the heartbeat of a dying giant, the only man at Anfield who still understands that at this club, control means nothing if you don't have soul. But the most satisfying part of the downfall is the tactical stubbornness. Arne Slot is a man of principles, and those principles are currently killing his team. Last season, Liverpool's expected goals against dropped by 16%. They were a fortress. But this season, the fortress has a back door left wide open, and everyone has the key. Slot is obsessed with a high line, but he has softened the midfield to accommodate Florian Wirtz. Tackles are down 21%. Interceptions have cratered. When the double pivot of Alexis McAllister and Ryan Gravenberch is bypassed, the defence is left one-on-one against Ferraris. And without Trent to tuck in and cover the centre, Jeremy Frimpong and Milos Kerkez are often caught 50 yards out of position. Look at the EFL Cup exit against Crystal Palace. A 0-3 humiliation at Anfield. Palace didn't outplay Liverpool, they just ran past them. 3 long balls, 3 times Van Dijk and Konate were caught in a foot race they couldn't win. Then came the Manchester City game, a 3-0 demolition at the Etihad. City didn't even need to be at their best. They just waited for Liverpool to commit their fullbacks high, won the ball, and exploited the rest defence that Slot is so proud of. Slot's Liverpool is a team from 2024 trying to play in a 2026 world that has already found the antidote. They are easy to prepare for. You sit deep, you wait for the donut of sadness to reach 70% possession, and you hit the space behind the fullbacks. It works every time. But they beat Real Madrid, the fans scream. How can it be a downfall if they beat the kings of Europe? On November 4th, 2025, Anfield witnessed a tense, gritty 1-0 victory over Real Madrid. Alexis McAllister scored a header on the hour mark. The stadium was electric. The media called it a statement win. But let's look at the cold, hard reality. Real Madrid in late 2025 was a burning building. They were in the middle of the Xabi Alonso Vinicius Jr. civil war. They were missing 3 starters. Liverpool didn't beat a super team. They beat a corpse. In the Champions League phase, Liverpool looks better because the games are more open. European teams haven't yet adopted the Burnley blueprint. They've beaten Marseille 3-0 and Eintracht Frankfurt 5-1. But the Champions League is a mirage. The Premier League is the truth. The truth is a 0-0 draw against Arsenal where Liverpool didn't have a shot on target for 70 minutes. The truth is a 1-1 draw against Burnley at home. The truth is sitting bottom of the Big Six head-to-head table with just 3 points from 5 games. The 1-0 against Madrid was a moment, but slot ball is supposed to be about consistency. When you can't beat Nottingham Forest or Crystal Palace at home, a win over a struggling Madrid is just a distraction. It's a bandage on a gunshot wound. Liverpool fans used to laugh at the 4th place trophy. They used to laugh at Arsenal's process that never led to the summit. In January 2026, they are praying for it. Arne Slot hasn't failed because he's a bad coach. He's failed because he's a safe coach. He has turned Anfield, the most hostile, emotional stadium in Europe, into a library. He has turned the most exciting team in the world into a boring, possession-heavy shadow of itself. He spent £417 million to build a team that is press-resistant, but also goal-resistant. He let the leaders walk and replace them with mercenaries and spreadsheets. The verdict? Mid-table mediocrity. Liverpool is no longer a title contender. They are a top 4 contender. The heavy metal is dead. The slot machine is broken. Welcome to the era of the grey death. Real Madrid was falling because they have too much ego. Liverpool is falling because they have too much math. And for the rest of the Premier League, it is absolutely satisfying to watch. Drop your verdict in the comments. We read every single one, because here, your voice is part of the defence. Tell us, should Liverpool scrap the slot machine before the season is completely lost, or is this grey death just a necessary growing pain? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You don't want to be left in the dark when the next giant falls.